Oh my god. Oh. Move over, retail trader. Are you still trading smart money concepts? Still trading with normal candlesticks? Move over. You don't stand a chance against the secret weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, dear trader friends, welcome to another video and a wonderful example of a successful trade I have made. And I'm not gonna lie here, I'm gonna show you my account history, all transparent. So if you're gonna take a look at my account that is currently trading at $268,000, I have made a super phenomenal trade that I took on the British pound versus the Canadian dollar. And as you guys can see here, this is my account history. If I'm gonna show you the last 3 trading days, I have been trading this pair since the 17th of April, which is basically 2 days 2 days in. So I started to place my first position on Monday, and as you guys can see here, I can enlarge this a little bit. As you guys can see here, all my GBP CAD positions, here's the symbol, you see the GBP CAD positions, and there you see on the right hand side how much profit I have accumulated with every one and each trade. And it's very important to mention that this was a day trade on a shorter time frame that I usually am not picking, but it looked very promising, and that's why I went in for this trade. So I had my goals in place, obviously. My target goals are usually aligning with Fibonacci numbers and support and resistance or trend lines. And as you guys can see, I have accumulated a profit. At the bottom you can see a profit in the last 3 days of $38,000, which is crazy to me, because this is my most successful trade on this account. And you have to take away this silver trade that made me around $7,000 profit, and you have to take away this Swiss franc Japanese yen trade that was a negative of $3,000. So all in all, you have to subtract round about $4,000, and you will know my profit for my GBP CAD trade, which was around about $34,000. So this is a quite hefty sum for 2 days of trading and not putting in so much effort, because my strategy is basically semi-automatic. So I am actually just putting in like 1 hour to 2 hours every day to manage a trade if I trade on a lower time frame. If I trade on higher time frames, I usually only spend like 10 to 20 minutes a day. But this was a intraday trade. Also, because I'm trading prop trading accounts, I took it simultaneously on other accounts. But I want to show you this example because it was phenomenal. So first of all, let me guide you through the process. First of all, let's look at market structure, because this is the first thing you should always begin with. Firstly, I am painting my target zones, right? I want to know where I want to get out when I enter my trade. So I draw a Fibonacci from the top of the impulse wave to the bottom, and this was like the anchor point on the top that I took with the bottom. From here I just drew the Fibonacci, and you see on the right hand side the percentages of the Fibonacci, 23, 38, and usually my trade, I usually close the trade between 38 and 61, but I let the trade run a little longer, and I'm gonna tell you why. So first of all, 23 and 38 are one of my first target zones if they are aligning with support and resistance. So we had, like on the left hand side, if you are looking closer at this rally, you see some red circles and green circles. Those indicate that the price touched the highest point, when it touched, if it moved back up, it touched, the highest point was the red circle, and if it touched low, then the lowest point was the green circle. So these are like the ending points if it goes like in a zigzag up and down, up and down. So this is important because it shows you if there is some kind of support and resistance. So this one, the 23, aligns with the green circle and the red circle. So it means there is some resistance, and that's why I took my first profits, and I put my trades to break even here, and I got rid of my bad positions because some I had at the top here, and I rebought at the bottom. So this was my first stop, and I made round about, like, not much at the 23, but still some good sums, like 2k, 800, 300. I closed bad trades, 1300, 600. You can see like I stacked a lot of positions over here. So I always protect my positions with a hedge, in order to not get wiped out, of course. But the next stop was the 38, which was aligning with this red circle over here, and also it shoot up almost to the 38, so I already took some profits out there. And then you see the price was basically ranging around that 38 Fibonacci, so I had plenty of time to take most of the positions out and take some good profits. So I took, yeah, I think this trade, like the 5,700. I don't want to dig too deep where I closed the positions, but I closed some trades over here. And then I let the trade run, and usually I close the trades between the 38 and the 61 Fibonacci. So I took another closing round about here where the red circle is and the red dot, after the 61 Fibonacci and this resistance zone on the left hand side. So I took like 80-90% of the position I closed here, and I let the last partial trade, I let it run until my take profit, which was at the top. And I can tell you exactly why, because I am on the M30 now. This was a M30 trade, ladies and gentlemen, and I was looking at market structure. This is always something you should do when you are training your strategy. You should always look at the higher time frame. So you should determine where is your trading time frame, your entry time frame, and then you should also look at the higher time frame for market structure. So let's look at market structure, and market structure basically tells me that we were ranging in here. So we had this whole rally from the top to the bottom, okay, from the top to the bottom. This was the rally I was trading. You can see it if you look at the Fibonacci, right? Because I drew it from the top to the bottom. And we see that we were ranging here. So we have some huge support on the left hand side on the H4. And this is exactly where the price bounced. Like it was basically to the dollar accuracy. As you guys can see, if I go down on the M5, you guys will see that this trade basically bounced. There you go. This is the red dotted line. It basically was touching exactly there. You guys can see that? Like it exactly bounced off that red dotted line over here that you can see. It is here, right? Like it bounced off to the dollar accuracy off of that support that we had here on the H4. And why is that crucial? Because every wave has to correct sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen, and every wave will lose its steam sooner or later and will correct 23-38% of the trade of the wave, right? So if I'm looking at that, you have to understand one thing. We have this huge rally without any real correction to the upside, really pushing hard, and then reaching this crucial support on the higher time frame. So this is where it reacted pretty heavy, and that's why I positioned myself with some bigger positions on the bottom, and also let that thing run to the upside, let it run more than usually I let it run more than 38 and 61 Fibonacci because we have this huge trend line on the top here. Like we have some kind of trend line over here, right? We have so many touching points with the red circles over here. So you can draw a trend line here and see you have so many touches, right? So many red circles that are touching. And we basically also to the dollar, almost to the dollar accuracy, touched that line. And I had my take profit roundabout here, and I closed the last position with a 5 lot and a $5,700 profit at the exact top. So I was basically from the top, from the bottom, I was grinding that whole wave to the top, and I took step by step, I took profits and put it in my back, and accumulated a profit of $34,000 over the course of 2 days. So this is amazing stuff. This is how you should always go through a trade. You should always look at market structure. You should always have your target zones. You should always protect your account with stop losses or hedging. And other than that, you should just stick to your strategy religiously, and then be patient to let your trade play out. So this was basically everything for this particular trade that I took. I see you in the next trade and keep you updated with my account that is trading around about $266,000 equity. I have another trade running, which is the Swiss franc Japanese yen that I'm waiting on to crash sooner or later. Because this is a swing trade on a higher time frame, it might take a little while. It might take even some weeks until it hits my real target zones, but the profit is going to be huge, because if you trade on a higher time frame, you can expect some more profits, of course, because the rallies or the target zones that you approach are way longer. They have way more distance in pips, so it means more pips, more money, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that was basically everything. Thank you very much, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe this video and this channel, and I see you in the next one. Happy trading. Bye. But no financial advice.